Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald. I am your host, Snow. So we are pretty much going to be taking on the very first gym leader, Roxanne, in this episode. Now, I know it's been a couple of days since I last recorded or added to this series. I kind of explained everything in the last episode that I just uploaded of Pokemon Fire Red. So I will be kind of skipping on that, but there's some things that we have to do in this first city here. So this building that I just entered is the Devon Corporation. Now, right now, we can't do anything with them, but keep them in mind. This is the same group that's affiliated with that guy that we met in Petalburg Woods, who was asking if I've seen any Shroomish. So yeah, there's that. Now, this episode is going to be all about taking on the first gym leader, and you guys are going to watch me fail, like over and over and over again. And hindsight is 2020. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of foreshadowing what I mean with that, but I spent this entire time like working on leveling up Ralts, completely forgetting that Torchic, when he evolves, is also part fighting. So that was completely my fault, but that's not much to worry about right now. This is gonna be an episode where you guys can say like, oh yeah, like this guy sucks, pretty much. If I remember correctly, we end up battling her like 7 different times, but I'll kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. Yeah, this did not go very, very well. I felt like a 6-year-old playing Fire Red over again, trying to go against Brock, but like absolutely struggling because all I had was a Charmander. So, yeah. But this is going to be a pretty fun episode. I personally found it a little amusing just to see how many times I went back to try and beat this first gym leader. And it's really stupid because, you know, when I had Mudkip on my last run through this game, I didn't even think much of this gym. I was like, oh, okay, yep, she's dead. It didn't go that way this time around. This time around, we're running with Torchic, and yeah. Now, that's something I also wanted to talk about. Like, I feel a little odd because, well, let's see. In Fire Red, I chose Charmander, and then in Emerald, I'm choosing Torchic. And I'm not meaning to make it all fire-based starters. I honestly I really like Charmander, and I wanted to do Torchic for this run because everybody always uses Mudkip. So that was kind of my thought process behind that. Eventually, you know, once I wrap up with these 2 runs, I would like to do a run of either like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or even Platinum. And this is the thing though, right? In Platinum, I really do enjoy using Chimchar, but I don't want to use another fire starter. However, I can rock with all the starters in Platinum. And then in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I've actually never played those games before, so it's going to be completely new to me. I love Cyndaquil, but I don't want to use another fires type, and I absolutely hate Chikorita. Like, from what I understand, Chikorita is just not worth your time whatsoever. So, with that being said, if I do that one, I might end up going for, I forget what the baby form name of a Feraligatr is, because I haven't played that game before, but I might do that. But feel free to comment down below. Those series won't be coming out until a bit later on down the line because I'm only about getting close to halfway through Fire Red, and I'm at the very start of Emerald, so we've got some gameplay to do before we even cross those bridges. But by all means, if you guys have any recommendations, please drop them down below. I actually may end up buying Heart Gold for the DS and then just do a playthrough on like the DS without recording it, just so I can get some like feel for the starters. But in all honesty, I really don't want to make my next starter Pokemon and like any normal Pokemon game that I play for YouTube to be a fire type. It's something that I hadn't even really thought about. I just didn't want to use a Mudkip because everybody runs with Mudkip on Emerald, you know? And I was not about to use Trico. It just would not have been a fun time. I don't really like Trico at all, so I feel like we made the right decision with Torchic. And I think that Torchic also makes for the possibility of having a really cool team. So there is that going for us. But yeah, as you guys can see here, like Ralts is now more strong than the Nose Pass. However, it's just with the items and the heals and whatnot, I just got really unlucky throughout this gameplay or throughout this battle. So I ended up actually, and you guys will see it towards the later half of the episode, we're gonna I was about to say we're gonna fully evolve. No, we're going to evolve Ralts and the Curlia just to beat this chick. Like, it is bad. Like, we get desperate, guys. Like, this is a rough episode to commentate over, because I'm just looking at the screen and just watching me go back and fail over and over and over again. But it's okay, because, you know, the best things in life sometimes don't come easy. So, and hey, you know, when you have 0 gym badges, getting that first one, that's a great feeling. And I mean, could you imagine actually being a Pokemon trainer in real life? That feeling that you get when you get your first gym badge? I don't know about you, but that sounds exciting to me. So, and no matter how many times it takes, we're gonna do it. And the thing is like, you know, we're for the most part we're handling Roxanne with ease. Her Geodudes are fine. It's the nose pass. Like, this thing just has a bunch of health. It's got high defense, and then on top of that, I forget. I think it's Rock Tomb. Yeah, Rock Tomb just keeps on screwing us over, and then the Oranberry. I believe it's got an Oranberry on it. The Oranberry, and then like the computer's choice of when it was going to use like potions was on point in this game. No idea why, but it really felt like I was playing competitively at some points, because like, dude, like right there, like it was just horrible. Like, why would you use a potion right there? You're supposed to be the first gym leader. Why are you going this hard into paint? I don't understand. Who hurt you? But yeah, so there we go. We whited out again. And I mean, at this point, I'm just freaking out. So here we are. We're in Petalburg Woods, and we got the NSFW up to level 18, and Chicken Joe is still level 12. So we're going to teleport back to the, I forget the name of the city. I think it's pretty sure it's Petalburg City. No, Rustboro City. I'm sorry. So we just teleported back to the Pokemon Center. We're going to heal up real quick, and we're going to go at it again. And here I am. I'm thinking to myself, this has got to be it. This is it right here. We're going to beat her. This is going to be great. You know, we're a whole 2 levels above the nose pass. The Geodudes are being handled no problem. Ralts has got this. We don't even need Torchic, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I keep telling myself that. And you guys are going to find out, like, oh my gosh, looking back on it now, I even saved it beforehand. I was like, oh, this is the one. This is the one. Here we go, right here. Just watch this, guys. So we're going to hit Confusion, get hit with a critical hit right off bat, then a Super Potion. Boom. So that's one Geodude out of the way. We're going to switch out to Chicken Joe so that way I can heal up, right? We got potions. Boom. Rock Tomb almost kills us, and I decide let's use another potion right here. I want NSFW at full health. So Rock Tomb kills Chicken Joe. We send out NSFW, use Confusion, get hit with a Rock Tomb. She hits another potion, so that's already screwing us over just a little bit, but we get Geodude out of the way. Now it's time for Nose Pass. We are a whole 3 levels above it. It starts off with a Harden, and I'm thinking at this point, oh yeah, we got this one in the bag. Nope, Nose Pass has that berry, and look at that, guys. That was just painful for me. When I tell you guys I almost cried during that, I mean, that was just not fun whatsoever. So we're gonna go back to the gym leader one more time, right? And it just gets worse, guys. It gets worse. I was so confident. I was like, dude, we have it this time. This time it's in the bag. I'm gonna take out Geodude. That's fine, whatever. She potions up, but it's no problem because we still take him out. So we're not going to switch out because we don't have any reason to. No potions left. Boom. And that potion, dude, the timing of when she uses the potions is what really kills me, right? So here we go. We switch out to Chicken Joe, and I'm thinking, all right, we're going to heal up, and I realize that I am out of potions. So now I'm like, oh, crap. So I'm just going to focus energy and see if I can get a critical hit, and no. Instead, I end up dying. So then gonna go for Confusion, and at this point I'm just out of options. So we're like, okay, like I remember in real life I'm freaking out at this point. I'm really mad, right? And I'm like, let's go to the Pokemon Mart. We're gonna restock, and then boom. But no, look at that. We don't have enough money. We just spent all of our money losing gym battles against the first gym leader. So that kind of sucks. So at this point, I'm like, all right, desperate times call for desperate measures. So we are back in Petalburg Woods. And with this battle right here, you guys will see we are about to evolve Ralts into Curlia. So we kill the Wurmple, we get to level 20, and then boom. right? We're evolving, things are going great, but let me tell you guys, I was freaking out at this point. And it's around the time when Curlia evolved that I realized, like I said earlier in the episode, wait a minute. When I evolved Torchic into Combuskin, he learns fighting type moves. I could have just evolved both of them and not have, or I could have just evolved Torchic real quick, not have fully evolved Ralts, so that way there's not as big of a level disparity, and then boom, we're good, right? No, it didn't occur to me. Like, if it wasn't when I evolved Ralts, it occurred to me after I got the gym badge, which was just, you know, not the most fun of realizations to come to, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I feel like kind of a dummy. Not even gonna lie to you. So we heal up one more time, and I believe this is the time. Like, as soon as we evolve Ralts into Curlia, this is when we get our payback. So we're just going to go back up to Roxanne one more time. At this point, I am sweating bullets. I'm crying a little bit. My forehead and neck veins are popping out harder than ever, and I'm forgetting how to breathe. Like, it is bad. Like, it's... I remember shaking and sweating profusely during this part. Sorry, the mic cut out on me again, guys. But yeah, I remember sweating and shaking profusely during this part. It was... I was terrified, guys. Like, this is the most terrified I've ever been to do a first gym leader battle. I don't know if it's because the nerves got me because I'm on camera, but that didn't happen in Fire Red. So, hey. And this is honestly, like, I've noticed that Roxanne is really actually kind of difficult whenever I've done a Torchic run, but in my last Torchic run, which was my very first run ever on Sapphire, on the Game Boy, it wasn't too big of a problem, or as much of a problem, because I had evolved Torchic, but as we can see here, it took me a good 17 times and going back to the forest twice, so not my proudest moment, but hey, we're going to keep it real with you guys on this YouTube channel. I was here doing this, and I'm not going to hide any of it from you guys because you guys deserve to know the truth. I'm probably not the trainer you should look up to. Like, I'm just going to be straight up with that. Like, you know, if you want to become the very best, I probably don't recommend it. At least not looking up to me. But as you can see, that guy right there, that happens when you leave the first gym leader after you win. So we're going to go up here, and don't do what I'm doing. I actually go a little bit too far up here, like way too far, but it's okay because it pays off. There's a little Pokeball over there, and at this point in time, I realized, like, oh yeah, I went the wrong way, but it's okay because we're going to grab this real quick. And then I'm going to show you guys where to actually go. And that's actually pretty good. It's pretty good payoff because we got a super potion out of it. I'm never going to turn down a super potion. Like, just going to keep it completely honest with you guys. But yeah. And you can't do anything from over here, so you have got to go over to the left over here. And I still went the wrong way. Why? Because I'm a little bit of a dummy. No, I'm joking. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to take a left, and then boom. This is the Devon Corporation guy. This is the same guy that you met in Petalburg Woods, and he's asking you to go retrieve some goods for him. So over here, this is a good little grinding XP spot. We get a repel, and there's some trainer battles that we can take part in. And we did find an Abra, and check this out, guys. This is the very first Abra we ever ran into on this save file. And we're just going to chuck a Great Ball at it and catch it. And now, Abra is really, really good. Alakazam is easily like the best psychic type for this generation. However, I can't trade Abra because I'm playing on a emulator on my computer. So I'm just going to keep Curlia because I can fully evolve it into Gardevoir and get like just the benefits of having that extra evolution. So that's how I'm going to treat that part. But you know, Abra's pretty good. If you can level him up, that is. So yeah, we do the trainer battles over here. Like, I'm always going to grab the free XP. And at this point, I'm still forgetting about Torchic. Like, I'm just so glad to be over the first gym leader that I'm like, wait a minute, I have a whole second Pokemon that I can use that's pretty strong against these guys, and I should probably level them up because it's, you know, it sounds to be in my best interest. So yeah, we're going to switch Chicken Joe out for NSFW, just because she's so over-leveled compared to him at this point now. I accidentally trigger a wild battle, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm just going to get the XP while I'm at it. But in reality, though, you're actually going to want to keep going over to the right. I kind of got carried away with this part, and I just didn't feel like editing it out. Jeez. Where is my English at? Editing it out. And, yeah, but, you know, we're just going to keep on going over to the right. We're going to battle these trainers. We're going to get Chicken Joe up to level 13. And we are going to actually go into a cave that you actually can use for glitching the game out later on, like post-game. If you guys remember the first episode of this series, I showed you guys in my old file, I had like both Mew and Deoxys, and they actually would listen to me in battle because I got them quote-unquote legitimately through the original event. But that's actually, you can activate that original event through a glitch. And the cave that we're going into is going to be one of the caves that you have to use to activate the glitch later on in the game. I don't know if I'm going to explain to you guys why, but one thing to know about this cave that we have to go into to basically retrieve those goods for the Devon Corporation is you can only encounter one particular Pokemon in that entire cave, and that Pokemon, the EVs that it's either the EVs or the IVs that you gain. Pretty sure it's the EVs that you gain from doing this glitch against this certain Pokemon make it work out perfectly to activate the glitch. It's this cave and one other place that is in the game, but yeah, so we're gonna kind of show you that. And right here, I just completely forgot to read what this guy was even telling me, and I completely forgot if it was even important. But yeah, no, so this little cave that's over to the right of us, if you guys didn't know, you can use this cave as part of a long series of actions that you take in the post game to glitch out the game. And then this guy right here, this old dude that I just spoke to, that's actually Mr. Briny. He was, if you saw him, or if you were reading that text, he was saying something about Pico. That's going to make sense in just a couple of minutes here. But this cave is cool for multiple reasons. It's part of the game, like storyline, and on top of that, yeah. So it's called Rust Turf Tunnel. But as you can see, there is a Team Aqua dude over here, and Whismur is the only Pokemon that you can encounter in this cave. Now, this cave, like I said, it's the EVs that you gain from beating a certain amount of Whismurs that make it so that way it's worth it. Because, like I said, it basically just... Emerald is a broken game, guys. So when you beat a certain amount of Whismurs in this cave, I believe it's 6 or 7 of them, doing the glitch that I'll show you guys after we beat the game, man, you can unlock, like, all of the original events using it. So you can get the original Mew event and the original Deoxys event. I don't know. Personally, I thought it was cool. But this guy here, the same guy from outside, you basically rescued his Wingull, and at the same time you retrieved the Devon goods from beating that one Team Aqua guy. And so he was telling us to go meet him at his cottage, and he's actually going to take us to the second gym leader city and a good amount of other places as well, because the overwhelming majority of the Hoenn region, which is the region for this game in particular, is water-based. So, yeah, that Mr. Briny guy, the old dude that we just talked to in that cave that was waiting outside of the cave, he's very important in this game. And when you're younger, like when I first started playing this game, it could be a little confusing as to what to do. But we got this stuff back to the Devon Corporation guy, and he gave us a great ball. He also lets us into the upstairs of the Devon Corporation building, the part that was previously blocked off before. And we are going to meet with the president of the Devon Corporation now. So he basically is repaying a favor, and he's going to give you 2 things to do. So you're going to basically deliver that letter to Steven in, I believe it was Seaford, and then there's a parcel that he gives you to deliver later on in the game when you get to Slateport. So he gives you 2 kind of little side objectives, and as well as that, he also, when we leave out, you can see he gave us like this thing called the Pokénav. So now we have the town map, but when we leave the building, his aide is going to come out and he's going to give us another thing for the Pokénav. So that's pretty cool. But as you can see, Dewford Town and Slateport City are going to be 2 big hotspots that we're going to have to take care of for the Devon Corporation CEO. So that's pretty cool. But when we walk out of the building, we get stopped because we're going to get an extra little thing on the Pokénav. So that's pretty cool. And I believe this is the match call, is what it's called. Basically, with this game, it's how you trigger rebattling and stuff against trainers that you've already battled. So that's pretty cool. And we'll kind of go in there because he's having us call up the Mr. Stone, the Devon Corporation president. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty much all that you have to do in the first city before you can move forward in this game. So it's pretty cool stuff. And other than that, guys, that's about it for today's episode. Feel free to remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you enjoyed this episode. And until next time, guys, peace.